right, let's take another look at an example of an annuity. Here, in this case, we know, so a couple wishes to start a business in 6 years, and they will require $10,000 to do so. So this $10,000 is our future value of the account. Let's see. What quarterly payment will be required to meet this obligation if payments are deposited into an account which earns 6.2% interest compounding quarterly. So in this example, we know the future value of the account, but we don't know what the periodic quarterly payments need to be. So, and if you're ever not sure what you're trying to solve for, you can always list out the variables in the formula and then try to figure out what's missing. So the future value was $10,000. Let's see, we know they're quarterly payments, so N is going to be 4. Let's see, the interest was 6.2%, so 0.062, and time was 6 years. So by process of elimination, we can see we're trying to solve for the periodic payment. So if the question's ever, clear or you're not really sure, try listing out the variables and then seeing what's left over at the end. So we're going to use the same formula, the annuity formula, and so we have that the future value is the periodic payment times 1 plus r over n raised to the nt minus 1, and this is all divided by r over n. Okay. The way I sort of remember the pieces, it looks like the compound interest formula in the numerator, and then it's minus 1, and then you're dividing by the r over n part in the denominator. Those formulas, though, just so we're clear, these formulas will be provided for you on the exam and on the final exam, so you don't have to worry about memorizing them. But if you do memorize them, that makes your life a little bit easier, but you will have them to reference. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. Okay, focusing on the problem. We know the future value is $10,000. We know that the, let's see, we don't know r, so we'll leave that as a variable. We can fill in the numerator. 1 plus interest rate is 0.062. N is 4, and we're going to raise this to the 4 times 6 minus 1, all divided by 0.062 divided by 4. Now, I like to kind of keep track as I'm going along, so I know kind of what, if I've made a mistake or not, I can go back a little bit. So on the left hand side we have 10,000, is going to equal r times, and then all that stuff in the big parenthesis right there becomes 28.80641461. And notice that I didn't round, right? I didn't round this up, and I didn't round at any point in between. I just used the previous answer in my calculator, kept that number in there, and kept manipulating it. Let's see, if we divide both sides by this number, 28.8064, etc., we'll end up with $347.15. In general, if you're talking about the finding the monthly payment or the periodic payment, you want to round up a penny, because if you pay slightly too little, then you could end up not paying enough. But if you pay an extra penny, then you are fine. You're not going to be underpaying. Okay, so this couple who wants to start a business in 6 years should be depositing about $350 every month into this account, and they'll be able to reach their $10,000 goal in those 6 years. All right.